What is going on, all of you amazing gamers out there in the world? I'm Mega Am, so thank you for watching this YouTube video. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, I appreciate you stopping by. And today I'm talking about something a little interesting to me. I felt compelled to talk about it now because I recently revisited this game. This is the mobile game Sonic Dash, which I want to check the release date of very quickly here, but it's over 10 years old. I want to say it was like 2012, 2013. Okay, so this game just passed its 12th anniversary a couple months ago as of this recording, and I ended up playing through it. And this is a mobile game that this is the only mobile game I've ever spent real money on. And this is a mobile game that I've revisited on and off as they added different characters and stuff like that. I did record some gameplay here, but just to kind of give a basic groundwork here, this game is very much a Sonic. It's like a Sonic version of Temple Run. If you know the hit game Temple Run from early on in iPod Touch smartphone days, I still love that game too, Temple Run. But this was like Sonic's take on that, right? It came out at least a few years after Temple Run originally came out. And basically, you play as a certain Sonic character, and you were going through individual stages and trying to essentially see how long you can last while avoiding obstacles, taking out enemies, and even boss fights. And it's been fun as someone who played pretty much near, I think maybe even at launch of this original game, to be playing it still 12 years later. And it's still fun. And I don't know. I don't really talk a lot about mobile games on this channel. I wanted to talk more about it because, I really have not a ton. I haven't played a ton of mobile games, but I have played quite a few mobile games. Of course, right now I'm playing Pokemon trading card game Pocket. I played a lot of Super Mario Run when that was out, and I actually bought the full version. I know a lot of people didn't. And I dabbled in Fire Emblem Heroes and other Nintendo mobile games. And I played a lot of, I played Sonic Dash 2. I played a little bit of Sonic Runners Battle, whatever they call it. Sonic Runners, the original, shout out to the soundtrack, and Sonic Runners Adventure wasn't as good. And honestly, mobile is where I got my first experiences with franchises like Mega Man, which I unfortunately have to admit does not play well on mobile. But this game has definitely stood above the others in terms of a game that I love to revisit. Every once in a while, I just get re-addicted to the game. And I mean, I love Temple Run. I'm addicted to Temple Run. But to have my favorite franchise take a spin on it, I mean, yeah, it was trying to catch a trend at the time, but it is still going strong and still being updated to this day. As of this recording, they're adding Marine the Raccoon from Sonic Rush Adventure. Shout out. Love to see those obscure characters, but they have so many playable characters now in this game. I mean, you got your basic Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, Shadow, Rouge, Omega's in there. Shout out Blaze, Silver. I know I'm missing people. Metal Sonic. You can't play as Eggman because he's a boss in the game. But now they have characters added like Surge, Tangle, and Whisper from the IDW comics. They have Infinite, Mephiles, all sorts of different versions of characters. There was a Sinbad event going on. I'm streaming Secret Rings, so that's on top of the mind. And all the variations of the characters in Sonic and the Black Knight, and even some new ones. They gave a new form to Silver, all sorts of different costume characters and stuff like that. Metal Sonic Mach 3.0 from the Sonic Sonic Rivals games. I was trying to look at the name there. And I've just seen this game evolve and grow over time. It is super simple on paper, but if you're a big Sonic fan and you like Temple Run, this is a no-brainer. It's been interesting to see what mechanics they add over time, because at the beginning it was pretty bare bones. Over time they added collectibles, like those little 4 event collectibles you see. They added missions, you can see the top there. The 2 different missions are to collect a certain number of animals, rescue a certain number of animals, and destroy specifically the chopper enemies. And they have others like collect upgrades, collect a certain amount of rings, do a dash meter a certain amount of times, because once you get enough points going from collecting rings, killing enemies, you will fill up your dash meter, and then you can get an invincible dash for a few seconds. And each character has their own strengths, and you can upgrade them as you go along to have better speed, better dash, better mobility, stuff like that. And you go through all sorts of levels. Originally, it was Seaside Hill because, of course, it was. And the different versions of that, but then eventually they added Green Hill Zone when they added Classic Sonic. They added, I think they call it Ice Cap in this game, but it has Diamond Dust Zone from Sonic 3D Blast as the music, which is great. Mushroom Hill, Sky Sanctuary, they added all of those eventually. And then they got kind of crazy with some crossovers. For example, you can play as Pac-Man in this game, and all of the enemies turn into the ghosts, and I believe the boss fight is only against the giant ghost dude. I could be wrong about that, though. And you can also play as the Danimals monkey for whatever reason. Don't ask me why, but that's just the Danimals monkey. It is what it is. So some crazy crossovers they threw in there at one point. But it's like support's still going strong. Like this was, I think it's Hardlight was the developer. This was their first Sonic game. This was the first Sonic game. Well, actually, Sonic Jump I barely played any of. That might have been, I think that might have been before this, and they might have worked on that. I'm not fully sure. But like this is, I would say this is the cream of the crop in terms of their games. Like this still has to be topped. I really do enjoy this game. Just like it's a simple pick up and go game, and like when you get a long streak running and you collect all sorts of upgrades and get a good run going, it just feels really good. Recently, what I've noticed on my recent return to this game has been the card system, which I think is kind of contentious among the Sonic community. So you used to be able to collect characters by getting enough red rings, which were pretty rare back in the day in this version, and then you could use those red rings to unlock characters, assuming you had enough from the store. Now it seems to be this card-based system, which is a little interesting, where there are certain classes of heroes. So like most of the common heroes are in the common rank. Then there's like legendary versions of them as uncommon, which is in between those two. And then there's, actually I think legendary might be the most rare. And you barely get cards for those. And you need a certain amount of character cards in order to unlock that character. And you use those cards to then upgrade said characters. It's a little interesting how they do it. I don't love that. I would rather just, like, I have so many red star rings at this point, I'd love to just, like, buy the characters that way, but it doesn't seem to be an option right now. So that's interesting to see. They also, I don't know when they added this combo meter, but the combo meter is actually really cool. You can see here, I literally just recorded this, like, half an hour ago of this recording here, this gameplay. But I'm trying to, like, utilize the combo meter by essentially dodging obstacles, killing enemies, adds 1 to your combo meter, and then getting rings keeps, like, it fills up your meter, so it keeps it from draining, which is a cool gameplay mechanic. I really like that addition. The card system I'm a little more iffy on, but that is a cool mechanic of itself. At some point they added collectibles. There's like 3 different types of currency in this game. They added collectibles at some point, like these gem collectibles you can get, and then you can use them if you get enough animals. So like essentially you like have these, it's kind of a dumb little side thing. You like rescue the animals, and they each have their own little environments that they live in, and you can like upgrade their environments, and you get rewards from it, to be fair. But it's just kind of like a little side thing outside of the main game to be like, oh look, you collected enough gems and animals, you can upgrade their habitats to, I don't know, be more cool. It's an interesting side little gimmick, but it gives some extra accessibility to like collecting stuff. I don't know, the gems I feel like don't need to be there, but the rings you collect are used for upgrades, and they always have been, so that makes sense. And it's just fun to collect, I don't know. And then there's all sorts of stuff, like all sorts of other rewards, like the spin meter that we'll see at some point. Let me actually fast forward to that. That is somewhere over here. Before we do that, though, yeah, here's the spin meter. You can do that like daily. The goals refresh daily, or you can watch an ad to refill it then. Of course you can. You know, it's nice to have the option. I don't know. I sometimes do it, but for this recording, I didn't use any of the ads. But here you can see the card system, and I have all these characters maxed out, but some characters that collect enough cards, I can upgrade them if they're not maxed out. Like now Classic Sonic is maxed out. And you know, certain characters, I don't know if you saw there, just to quickly go back. Let's look at, I guess, Knuckles the Dread in here. Never mind, I guess he doesn't have any animal options. Classic Sonic does, where you can see it multiplies like certain, because there are certain animals you rescue from defeating badniks in the game, and Classic Sonic specifically gets ×2 multiplier on the chickens, the rabbits, and what are those, the squirrels? Could be wrong about that. That, like, you know, back when they were hyping up like the different collectible animals in these games, it was like, it was kind of a neat little thing. But it seems like the new characters don't really. But you can see they have like the Sonic Prime versions of these characters. They have all sorts of versions of these characters, which is cool. It's just the card system is not my favorite. I don't hate it, to be honest, but it's definitely like, it keeps you on the grind. Kind of reminds me of like Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket in that way. Keeps you on the grind to try to keep collecting these characters. Oh, I forgot the Werehogs in this game. You got the movie versions of characters, including Longclaw. I'm so close to unlocking Treasure Hunter Knuckles now. Dark Spine Sonic, Sonic Riders Sonic, which is really cool. Like, they have some cool costumes. All the super forms. You can see Marine is not unlockable just yet. They also have this little promo thing where, the very beginning of this recording, you see like, essentially you can reveal, oh, barely, okay. You can like reveal these different tiles, a few tiles every couple hours or so, and then you eventually get a mystery prize. And I would just watch the ads to get through this. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it is a very casual game at the end of the day, but if you're like a Sonic fan and you're just like chilling on the train or somewhere, you're just sitting at home like I do sometimes, and you just want to play a quick run of Sonic Dash, you can. I mean, to be honest though, the runs aren't always quick. Thankfully, you can pause at the top right there in between, which is really nice. If you ever need to pause and kind of put it down, but I don't know, it can take a while if you're really getting a good run going. I do want to mention the boss fights. Those were not there at launch. They added them in pretty quickly though, but what's funny is at least with most of the regular Sonic characters, like I said, Pac-Man has like the ghosts you fight against, but for the regular Sonic characters, you fight Eggman, which makes sense, and you fight Zaz from Sonic Lost World. And the reason for that being that Sonic Lost World was very new as of when they like added the bosses into this game, and they still never updated them out. So, and they never added any more bosses. So it's always been Eggman and Zaz, and that's it, which is really nowadays. I mean, Sonic Lost World came out 10 years ago. Oh, no, over 10 years ago. What am I saying? It's kind of weird to have that now, but hey, I mean, he's there. If you like the Deadly Six, they're there. I kind of wish they added the other Deadly Six in for more boss variety. There's only the 2 bosses now, but they're also pretty simple. You just try to avoid their obstacles for a bit, and then when the targets line up, you get 3 of those in a row, and you have to hit them all to defeat the boss. But it's worth it now because you get a lot of cards for beating bosses, and that can include the really rare cards. So that's what I like to do. So anytime I see the bosses now, I used to avoid them when I played this game previously, but since I've returned literally a week ago as of this recording, I've been intentionally going after the bosses here. But it's like there's a lot of level variety. It gets tough. There's a lot of obstacles to avoid. The dash mechanic's pretty fun. Like, it still holds up. It's a nice casual game that, like, I don't know, it hits when you play it. It's just a fun little thing. I mean, obviously, if you don't like this kind of auto runner game with minimal input, you may not get a kick out of it, but it's a nice way to just spend the time. I don't know, like compared to some of the other Sonic mobile games, Sonic Dash 2 is okay. That was specifically based off of Sonic Boom. It just didn't have the same oomph to me, and certainly not the amount of fan service that this one has. You're going to see me spam the spin dash jump here just because I'm trying to jump 50 times to complete that objective there. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It has, I think it probably has the benefit of just being around for the longest. And as a result, it's just like, I don't know, it has that kind of superiority in my mind. And just, I don't know, it holds up. Like, Sonic Runners was fun, the original Sonic Runners, but that game didn't last. They took it down after a while. They delisted it. And then they had Runner's Adventure, which was like a single-player version that wasn't as good. I don't know. It was kind of weird. And then I tried Sonic Speed Battle. I think that's what it's called. The one originally based off of Sonic Forces. That was okay. It was kind of like a multiplayer version of Sonic Dash, but I just never liked it as much. Sonic Jump I played a little bit of, but this to me was like the cream of the crop when it came to Sonic mobile games. And now, actually, this is relevant. Sonic Rumble is about to release in a couple weeks as of this recording. I played I think the closed beta or something of that. It's like Sonic Fall Guys, but a lot worse. I did not really enjoy that, but I might do a stream or something at some point on the Steam version because it's also coming to PC, which hopefully will make that game be more enjoyable, but we'll see. I don't know. This is just a nice casual game to jump in. You're like, hey, if I want some entertainment for like 10, 15 minutes, I can jump in a run of Sonic Dash, pick my favorite Sonic character, keep up the grind to try to unlock all my favorite skins and characters and upgrade them. Oh, this is where I died. Yeah. This is where I lost the run, and then instead of doing the ad, which you can do, I use up red star rings to do continues, and they give you plenty of items now. For those rewards, every time you go off a spring, and then you like swipe to get the rewards, you get like plenty of gems, plenty of red star rings, cards, rings. They give you like so many rewards now in this game. It used to be a lot more stingy, and I guess maybe since they added the card system, they have a lot more rewards, which is really cool. But like, I'm maxed out. I don't have much of a use for gems at all. Red star rings, kind of, I guess, for restarting runs and stuff, but you know, I don't know if I usually want to play this game for that long. So it's an interesting game though. It really, I don't know. It's really, I mean, if you're a Sonic fan, you're gonna get a kick out of this, I'm sure, and you like that kind of casual mobile gaming market. But I wanted to make a quick video because I find myself constantly coming back to this game. Like every year or two, I'll just have like a month session where I'm just playing a lot of Sonic Dash. And it's just like I get into it for a little bit, and then I put it down for like another year, and then I pick it back up, you know? And it's like, I don't know, it keeps happening. It's like I can't help it. As a Sonic fan, it's like, it's the only mobile game I ever put money into. Back when I bought a couple characters, I think it was like Espio and Big, and maybe Metal Sonic I bought with real money. It's the only time I've ever bought I spent money on a mobile game. But like, yeah, I don't know. It still holds up, and like they have all sorts of different mechanics now and like collectibles to get. I still personally think it holds up. Maybe if you've played this back in the day and you haven't visited it in a very long time, go give it a shot. Go see if you can kind of rekindle that gameplay addiction. I guess I don't want to tell you to get addicted again, but you know what I mean. Like, go back and experience it, because it's changed a lot. The core gameplay will always be the same as kind of a Temple Run clone, but Sonic. But it has its own spin on it now, and there's a lot more to this game than it originally launched with. So I don't know. I like it a lot. I still visit it, and wanted to talk about my revisit and how I enjoyed it. But with that is going to do it for this YouTube video. So thank you so much for watching. If you did all the way through, let me know in the comments below. Have you ever played any version of Sonic Dash, whether when it launched or now or somewhere in between? What do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you not? How do you feel about the new card system and all the different features they've added over time? What do you think of Bongo the Danimals monkey being playable in this game? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all on the next video or live stream. And until then, keep on dashing.